Oh, I got lipstick on my teeth. Greetings planty people and welcome back to my jungle. So today I thought I would share with you some of my current propagations, some of my seeds that I'm growing, because some of them are a little bit weird, maybe a bit unusual. I love propagating plants. I have like a few little grow lights just behind there where I just have so many little pots of random things. Some of them I have no idea what they are because I'm lazy and forget to label things, but I also kind of like the surprise. Let me know in the comments what you're currently propagating. I find it quite interesting. Okay, so in here is just kind of a little medley of peperomia propagations that have finally rooted. You know what? I'm not very well acquainted with peperomia names. I know that this one is called like a Rosso, and then there's a standard kind of dark red one, kind of frosty one. I haven't had the best success with propagating peperomia as they seem to like to rot, and I'm not a fan of that. So kind of to increase the chances of it working is I kind of either chop half the leaf, or if you want one with a stem, I let it kind of callus for a little bit, and I found that it does help a little bit with it not rotting as much. So if you struggle with rot, maybe try that tip if you haven't already done that yourself. These have been quite successful. They're growing tiny little baby plants. When they get a bit bigger, I'm going to separate them. I just kind of don't really have the room at the moment. Let me know what your experience with propagating peperomia, because mine's mixed. Mine's a bit mixed. Okay, so next one is in a little Campari soda glass, which I think's adorable. Whenever I go to like an Italian pizza place and get a Campari soda, I always ask if I can keep the glass because I just think they're really pretty. I sometimes use them as a vase with some nice flowers in. Either I like to recycle nice glassware. As you can see in here is a Pothos Marble Queen, and you know what, I'm just going to show you the roots. There's also a baby Piper, that one, just the classic Piper, which isn't doing the best, so wish me luck on that. But this, dripping water everywhere. This one, I think I do need to repot very soon. I think I'm going to do a Plantz video soon, because there's a few things that need a bit of an upgrade or a repot. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that one. But yes, this is one of the easiest propagating plants ever. I just think they're beautiful. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to repot that one soon, but for now I'm gonna put it back in its little home. Does anyone have any tips for growing Piper? Because I don't have any, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything, which is why I put it with the Pothos, because apparently that helps from the growth hormones. I don't know, I'm not sure, but for now I'm just gonna put it back in there. Hope for the best. The next one, I'm not actually sure exactly what kind of begonia this guy is. I got it in a mystery plant box thingy, and I forgot what it said on the label because some of the words are quite tricky, but I love the sheen. And I like that I've got two pieces, so if one fails, I've always got a backup one. It's been about a week and it's done nothing. So that's promising, hey? It's got a gorgeous stem though. It's kind of stripy, but not, if that makes any sense. But absolutely gorgeous. Please let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Yeah, because all I know is it's a begonia, and I do love begonia. Okay, next one is a bit chock-a-block. I was running out of room, so I just kind of shoved them all together, and it seems to be paying off. Speaking of begonia, I've got one piece in there which is also doing nothing. This is just the classic maculata, getting a bit crispy. I hope it roots up soon, because I did used to have a huge one. It was about this big, because they grow so quickly, and like I've said a million times, got obliterated by thrips and I couldn't save it, and I'm forever heartbroken because it's one of my favourite ones, and I even got it to flower at one point. Ugh, sad times. But oh well, I thought I'd try again with a piece. Also not doing anything, so sad. Okay, what else is in here? Yeah, so here is one of my favourite ones. I got this in a mystery, actually the same box as I did the other begonia. Frosted Heart Syngonium. I can't stop praising this plant. Just look how gorgeous those leaves are. I love how they come through kind of pale and then kind of harden off and go, they don't fully go dark green. They just kind of have that, a whisper of white to them. But this one is rooting like there's no tomorrow. I already do have one, but I think I'm just gonna put it in with there because, you know, I was thinking of giving it away, but nah, it's for me now. It's for me. And then last but not least in there, it's just a classic Monstera. I kind of had to hack mine down a bit to get it to regrow a bit better, but I never have a problem with rooting Monstera. They like to root from my experience. It's also a nice little node there. This has only been about 2 weeks. And look at that. I do have my Monstera in that little corner there, which I'll just put it in the same pot as I will with the Syngonium. If you've been thinking about getting a Syngonium frosted heart, do it, honestly. It's one of my favourite plants at the moment and it roots so easily and it's just an easy care plant. Okay, I think that's it for water propagations. I think I'm going to show you my big mossy box propagation. So this is super cool. It used to be, I think a cake came in this and I was like, oh, can I have that? Gave it a little cheeky clean, filled it with moss, perlite and a little bit of leca just to kind of bulk it out a little bit. Little clay balls. As you can see, I don't really have a specific approach of organisation here. I just kind of chuck things in and see what happens. So I've got some string of turtles. Don't know why I couldn't think then. A wet stick of Maranta lemon lime. A piece of euphorbia. Loads of little alocasia corms. I have millions of those. Some Epipremnum variegata pinnatum. I always say it the wrong way around, but you know exactly what I mean. It's just that one there. Hasn't done anything yet, but I'm not too worried. They usually bounce back. Ooh, super weird Dischidia. Never know how to say it. Yeah, I still don't know what it is. They kind of grow like squishy and hollow in the middle. That's just a small piece. When it grows bigger, I'll show you. But it's super cool. What else have we got? Oh, Peperomia pepper pot. That one seems to be rooting very nicely. An unsuccessful miscellaneous Hoya. That seems to be rotting, but we'll see how that one goes. Yeah, loads of... Ooh, I think I need to pot that one up. Lots of more alocasia. And there are actually some... You see that little sprout there? That's pomegranate seeds. And when they get bigger, I'll pot those up as well. Yeah, I love rooting things in a big thing like this because you don't have to think about it. Chuck them all in, see what happens. Just put it in a nice kind of medium, well-lit area. And you should be all good. And speaking of alocasia, I will show you the sheer amount. I actually have more, but it was too many things to get out. There's loads of corms in here. I believe most of these are alocasia cucullata. Maybe some poly, we will find out. What was this one? Dragon something, just the green one there. When I repotted it, it had loads of corms, so obviously I'm going to grow more and make it a big full bushy plant. There's slight growth in there, some green specks. They kind of take a while sometimes, but then suddenly they'll just pop off and just grow madly, absolutely madly. Oh yeah, some tiny ones in there as well. And then eventually you'll get something like this when you repot it. I'm going to try this one. It's not in soil, it's in just moss and perlite. I'm experimenting with different mediums for alocasia because sometimes soil just doesn't do it, but as you can see, it seems to be loving it. This one's cucullata, and there's a chance it might pop out some variegation because the one that it's from had a gorgeous variegated leaf, but that got spider mites, so I've had to chop it back and it's currently in my little plant hospital down there. I'll keep you updated if it grows back some nice variegation, but I have a feeling it won't, but one can only hope, you know. I think next I'm going to move on to things I'm growing from seed. I don't know if you know, but I love growing things from like the fruits. I like picking all the little seeds out and growing some really cool things. And here currently it's a bit messy, but this is passion fruit. I have done a video on how to do this on TikTok, I believe. I can always make a better, longer video on here if you want some more detail. I think there's also a few pomegranates in there as well. I don't know, I just throw things and see what happens. Next one is really cool actually. It's actually been like 3 years in the making now. I used to go to this really cool succulent and cactus shop near me. It's closed down now, which is an absolute shame. But she was giving away some free cactus seed pods and she was like, give it a go, see what happens. And 3 years later, don't ask me what kind it is because I don't know. They're kind of fluffy. I don't know if you can see that. This is taking so long, like 3 years plus, and they're only about an inch But yeah, it's super fun. I do like cacti. I have a soft spot for cacti, I must say. Oh, I've got such bony knees. And then last but not least, is super cool actually. My friend gave me, they have like a variegated orange tree, and gave me some of the little fruits so I could pick out the seeds. And oh my gosh, look at that. They're like completely white. So I don't know how these are going to grow. Yeah, I've got some normal lemons growing and some kumquats, but this is just something else. Super fast growing. I keep it in a little plastic sleeve. I think some just piercing jewellery it came in, and then I just repurposed it. Keep it nice and humid. It's growing like crazy. I'll keep you updated on if I can manage to keep it alive. I believe that is it. Let me know if you want any videos on how to grow the alocasia corms or how to grow fruit, because I've had a lot of practice with that and I think I've got it down. Yeah, let me know also what you're propagating. I would love to know. I will leave all my social medias down below. I will see you in the next one, which will probably be a plant tour video because I've been putting it off for a long time.